Hey everyone, hope you're doing okay. So today I wanted to talk to you about my bird cage a little bit. And for those of you that don't know what a bird cage is, it's a real common thing here in Florida. It basically covers a patio area of your house or maybe over a swimming pool area to keep the bugs out, insects, mosquitoes, all that kind of stuff so you can enjoy your patio. You don't see bird cages up north, I think mainly because there's no way the ceiling screen would hold up in the snow. So I assume that's why you don't see them in areas with harsh weather. But down here in Florida, bird cages are great. You can sit outside, completely bug-free, and enjoy the beautiful weather here in Florida. Let's walk outside and I'll show you my bird cage and show you, some of the issues I'm having and what I'm gonna do about it. All right, let's walk out and take a look. So this bird cage, pretty old, I don't know, 15 years. You can see the screen had some patching done. It's not that great, it looks horrible. I got a lot of dirt and rusted screws. I got some holes here. All that stuff's gonna have to be filled with either new screws and cleaned up and all that. Here's the top of my bird cage, and like I was saying, you're not going to see these up north or anywhere you get snow because that screen, there's no way that would hold up in the winter, holding the weight of the snow. You can see there's some buildup of mold and dirt. Some of the area looks a little yellowish. That's from pollen and dirt, because I do have a lot of plants in the backyard here, so I'm sure some of that's carried over the years. See, there's some bad rust. All this stuff needs to be replaced and cleaned up. See, there's a lot of dirt there. It's just really grungy and grimy. The door, bottom half is, I don't know what's going on there, but that was never done correctly. See, there's more rust. So I'm actually gonna have that fixed. All right, let's walk outside and show you the outside of my bird cage and a little bit of my backyard here. If I were to repaint the whole thing, and I could, you can actually have it painted that dark bronze that almost looks black. That would cost, just for the whole thing would cost somewhere under $3,000. So I decided not to do that and just, touch up the areas that need fresh paint. And here you can see there's a hole in the screen right here, so critters can get in and out of there. There's normally a coating on the screen that fades off after a while. See on the patio, I already power washed it once. They're going to power wash it again, maybe do a better job than I did. I'm probably going to have this painted eventually. I'm not going to do that now because I'm having this whole thing rescreened, and they're going to replace all the screens. They're going to replace all the screws, give it a good power wash. If I were to have the whole thing painted, then it would be over $2,000. But what I'm having them do is just replace the screws, clean it up really good, replace all the screens, and power wash, touch up paint, and any kind of repair. That's going to be around $1,800. So I did call around to different places, and I think that's about what we're looking at. And plus they give a 1-year warranty. I'll put all their information down in the description. So I was just happy that it came with a warranty. Really looking forward to getting this area cleaned up, as is Mr. Gridley. We hang out here and enjoy it, but I'm tired of it looking kind of trashy, I want it nice and fresh and new looking and healthy screens. So, all right, they're gonna come out and do that here. Probably not gonna make a lot of sense. You're not gonna see a lot of the details here, and it seems like a lot of money. Pretty shoddy, ready for some replacement. So, fingers crossed, hope they do a good job, and we'll check in here and see what the final result looks like. So, let's do it. So they started working on my bird cage, and the gentleman from Green Kings is out there. Just finished power washing, and he's pulling the screens down. Let's take a look. Okay, the birdcage is done. Let's go take a look. Let me turn this camera around and step outside and check it out. All right, all new screen. Might be a little dark right now. We had some storms rolling in and it's getting a little late. Oh, there's a butterfly. It's trapped inside the birdcage. I gotta get him out. So this is all cleaned up. Nice power washing. Every single screw was replaced. Some touch-up paint. All new screens. All that damage is fixed. The door is fixed. That's all new. New handle. But most importantly, I got all new screen. See if you can see there. See how black that is? So basically what I was told is that screen is basically thread with like a plastic coating on it. And the sun, you know, bakes it off. So this should last like 5 to 8 years depending on hurricanes and stuff like that. But I think it's a nice improvement. I know it doesn't look that much different on camera, but living with it sure looks different now. It looks just nice and clean and newer, you know? So that's my birdcage with new screen and new screws. Oh, and by the way, all the anchor screws on the very bottom all the way around were replaced too. So I didn't expect them to do that, and I'm really happy they did. Those are all brand new anchor screws holding this thing to the patio. So I gotta get the furniture out here and then I'm done for now. Although this back wall is a project. There's a couple like nail holes and stuff up here, and you know, that siding needs to be cleaned up and the holes filled in and patched up and whatever to make that look new too, make it real nice. But anyway, so let me get the furniture out here and see what it looks like. Okay, I got the furniture out here. Fits good. I think I'm definitely gonna have this patio painted because obviously it's trash. There used to be a hot tub right here that I ripped out. It was an old hot tub when I bought the house. So this, and it looks a little patchy because it just rained. I'm thinking of running a string of garden lights, you know, maybe from corner to corner. That would look kind of cool in the evening. But there you have it. So my birdcage, part one anyway, is done. Once I get this patio painted and the rest of this cleaned up, some lights hung, that light needs to be changed. You can see how old and rusted that is. But this is a work in progress when you buy an old house, you know? But it's a nice little oasis out here. So I'm trying to make the best of it. I think Mr. Gridley approves. So as I was making this birdcage video, it dawned on me that maybe not everybody understands what a birdcage really is compared to a lanai and a Florida room and stuff like that. And I'm kind of learning this as I go because it's a little bit unique to this area, I think, at least from where I've lived, and I've lived all over the country. Here in Florida, since we don't have snow, we can have a birdcage because we can have a screened roof. So obviously this would never last up in Ohio or somewhere, you know. The snow would just shred this screen after a while. So, but here in Florida, you know, the weather permits having this kind of thing. It's basically designed to keep the bugs out so you can enjoy your patio 24 hours a day and some sunshine. And it works out really well down here. Now, what's the difference between that and a lanai? I think some people do consider this a lanai, but I think a lanai, or what I'm accustomed to, is if this had a roof, but it was still an open screened area like this, I would consider that a lanai, so you could stand out here in a thunderstorm and still enjoy it. And then you have a Florida room. This is my opinion, so I could be wrong about this stuff, and you guys correct me if I don't understand it, but In my opinion, this is a Florida room over here. Let me show you that. I'm going to turn the camera around. So this room is an extension. You can see you step down from the main part of my house. I haven't put any furniture and decorated in here yet, so that's another project. But this was an addition to the house. You can see here, and then there was another addition added later, which made this room even bigger, and it's a really awesome room. And it is under air conditioning and heat. Up there you can see the vents. I consider this a Florida room because it has windows. So it has glass windows, or I can open it and get screen, you know, fresh air coming. And I know in the Midwest, a room like this that was off the back of the house might be considered a Florida room. I don't know. I don't know what you guys call it. Maybe it's just an extension. But I don't consider this a lanai because of the glass windows, right? But you know, you can see the siding. So that's how these things are. And then back out here to the bird cage again. It's got a screened roof. So rain can come in, but the bugs can't, and I can get my sunshine that I want, right? So it's like sitting out in your yard, out in the open, but kind of protected from bugs and critters and snakes or whatever. And you can enjoy it. That's my opinion on the terminology of, you know, bird cage, which is basically a lanai with a screened roof, right? A lanai, in my opinion, would have a roof that protects you from the elements, but is screened everywhere else. And then the Florida room is basically that enclosed room that has lots of windows. I can open them, close them, whatever. I could be wrong about that. Maybe you can have windows on your lanai. I'm sure some of the new homes have that kind of stuff, but these are just terms that I kind of figured out myself. If you're an expert out there, realtor, home builder or something, and I'm wrong on these terms, please put it in the comments and let everybody know. I'm just telling you is what I picked up being here, and I could be wrong. Remember, people, I'm 100% right 60% of the time. Really appreciate you guys watching. Take care of each other out there, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye.